right, good folk. Oh, gotta move all these sword sheaths today. All right, good folks. Hooligan Squad cast. Hope all is bueno. If you're watching the video, then that means you're a $5 patron. That also means you have the early access to Infection VR, the newest JuvyVR zone. Will be out on Friday for YouTube hooligans. Excuse me. But yeah, if you don't want to wait till Friday, Infection VR is out right now. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of VR stuff happening. $5 patrons are going to get early access to all of that. I'm also trying to figure out something for like an exclusive video, like just for the patrons. I know there's like one or two that have, like, they never came out on YouTube. But yeah, we'll figure something out. But yeah, patreon.com/Church of Juvie. Link is in the description, as always. This is a busy day. It's the Canadian Thanksgiving, which I don't really know what that means, to be honest. Excuse me. It just means we have turkey. And I don't know. Turkey, just fuck. Turkey is like the most boring fucking thing you can cook. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much gravy you put on that. It's still going to be dry. Still not going to taste right. Maybe that's just me. Either way, fuck turkey. Fuck ham too. But yeah, so today is like Thanksgiving kind of thing. We did all our shit on the weekend though. I got my youngest coming over. We'll like hang out for a bit today. I got to do the podcast. I got to record the vlog and get both uploaded and all that. Quite a busy day. I'm not going to jump into the Walking Dead thoughts on the podcast. As always, I am doing that on the vlog. Had a little brain fart for a second. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that on the vlogs like I've always done. You know, it's cool because, like, you know, I actually was getting excited, like getting up to the season 9 premiere, because I hadn't gotten to do a breakdown in a long time, and like that's a thing that we've done on the channel. It's like Mondays when Walking Dead or Game of Thrones is in, and like we talk about it, we break it down, we recap it. So yeah, I was really excited about that. And I'm sorry if there's going to be a lot of sniffles in this podcast, but I have the fucking sniffles today. I don't know if it's cold or what, but I apologize. Man. Oh, some new additions, you see? Swords on the front of the Iron Throne now. Very exciting. My missing poster for Richie Tozier. Oh, what? Missing... How can I... Oh... Fuck with your mind like a missing poster of Richie Tozier. Mess with your mind like Richie Tozier seeing his missing poster. I should be more awake for this. But damn, that's a good line right there. Fuck with your mind like Richie Tozier seeing his missing poster. Richie, man. Anyway, so I got that. The newspaper clipping that you can see beside me. I need to get a frame for this. But it's really fucking cool. It's from, hold on, I can tell you the exact date here. August 9th, 1972. It's from Toronto Star. It has an article on the side there saying, writer studies suicide with a personal insight. Which, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know some stuff that I've been through, like, in my life. And I thought that was a really interesting article to kind of like this side of the paper is literally theater listings and then like people exploring things that have been through the same like struggles. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's really fucking cool. Hold on. I need a sip. I need a sip. Hold on. All right. Okay. So this is, like I was saying, this is really cool. We got a Charlie Chaplin, The Gold Rush here, 4th week of its release. We got, how many? 1, 2, I think there's another one up here. 3. There's 3 different Godfather advertisements. We got Easy Rider right here. I'm not a fan of them, but they have a Woody Allen one here. Oh, there. Woody Allen, Take the Money and Run. Barbara Streisand, Ryan O'Neal, Fiddler on the Roof. Goodness Christ, folks. Like, so many great. Oh, Clockwork Orange right there. Come on now. Like, that is so fucking cool. Like, I don't know. Being a huge theater nerd and then, like, finding this in the box of, like, old photography stuff, like, at the bottom. Excuse me. That's just so cool. Oh, shit. Look at this. Alan Arkin. Alan Arkin is still acting, isn't he? That's crazy. Ooh, another thing that I noticed though. So that's a sex ad. Down here we got another sex ad here. And there's another one somewhere too. I can't remember where specifically. Oh, down here in the middle. So, or this one is like sex and dancers. So I will correct myself for that. But you don't see that shit anymore. Like in the theater listings, we literally have ads for like sexy time calls or like dancers and stuff. When did we become like so taboo when it came to sex? Like, I hate to break it to you folks, but if you're listening or you're watching this, somebody had sex. I hate to be the one to drop that bomb on you. I hate to do it. Especially on a Monday. But I got to. Like, I don't know. I just think it's so crazy that, like, we've become so taboo when it comes to, like, sex or, like, businesses that are involved with it or whatever have you. And, you know, people will be like, oh, what if, like, the children see the newspaper. No, they don't. They don't. You know what section of the newspaper my kids ever go to? Comics. Maybe the crossword or something. But no, they don't read like any of these like article kind of things. So that doesn't work. But yeah, I don't see that anymore. There's a movie here called Duck, You Sucker. James Coburn. Oh, true. Excuse me. Second feature, support your local gunfighter. I'm sure he has a GoFundMe set up somewhere. Okay. Oh, that's funny. That was like that and talking about like when did we become so jaded with like sexual topics was actually in the notes. So that's fun. The Randy response. Let's go to that. You guys are awesome. You really fucking are. You know, okay, all like funny shit aside, you know what I mean? Because I was gonna just sit here and talk about him like the same thing where he's like, oh, well, like he came out of Snapchat. But no, I'm gonna talk about this like from the heart. You know, I've talked about it on the channel before. I've always loved puppets. I've always like, you know, whether it's Sesame Street or Happy Time Murders or Crank Yankers, like any of that stuff. I've always loved puppets. And I've always wanted to do something with that. Randy just kind of seemed like it was like the perfect character, at least to me. I took the chance. I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to get the puppet. I'm going to dress him and everything so he at least looks different because originally he was a firefighter puppet. And then yeah, I don't know, it's just been really cool. Like people hitting me up telling me like how much they like Randy makes them laugh or smile or giggle or whatever it is. I don't know. I fucking thank you folks, you know. I love taking chances and doing something that I've always wanted to try. And the Hooligans, they either are stoked about it or, you know, it brings them a laugh or a smile, whatever it could be. And I don't know. That's just fucking, that's like the coolest shit in the world. So I don't know. Thank you to you folks because you're fucking awesome. So yeah, there will be more with Randy, 100%. I actually have a skit that I want to do soon with him. So we'll see. Excuse me. Apologies. Oh, I got a hair in the eye. I'm dying. Okay. I'm going to say this as a parent. Okay. I am a parent 3 times over. 2 girls and a boy. If your 2-year-old can walk, that's expected. You know? When your kid starts being able to say their name or whatever, that's expected. That's what's supposed to happen. I understand it could be exciting for parents, but stop bragging about it as if it's a competition. Hey, your kid fucking learned how to count to 5? Good. Maybe you're not as shit of a parent as like you thought. I don't know. Stop bragging about your kids though. On the first kid, I get it. I totally get it. You're a new parent. This is new. You have this little tiny fucking dumpling of a human and it's just filling you with love and fucking great feelings. And you just love watching it grow and like process things. But hey, eventually even the first time parents, it's okay. Yeah, your kid's on the right course. Okay. I don't know what you want me to do. You want a ribbon? You want a ribbon? No. Okay. Then I don't know what you want from me. You know what I mean? If you already have one kid, you know what's like to be expected. Stop bragging. Okay? You're being a braggadocious Brian. Nobody likes a braggadocious Brian. I'm pretty sure braggadocious means the same thing. I don't know. But yeah, come on, like just relax, folks. We don't need to fucking have a competition about like, oh, well, my son started this at fucking 14 months or whatever. You know, and that's a fucking another thing. Hey, if your kid is over 2, or honestly, even if your kid is over 1, stop saying the months. Stop saying the goddamn months. Okay? It's different when it's like, oh, like, how old's your daughter? Oh, she's 7 months old. How old's your son? Oh, he's 8 months old. Hopefully those are different people. Or maybe they're twins. I don't know. But like, yeah. Oh, just gotta stop. You gotta stop. Goodness. I was going somewhere, but then I lost it because I was thinking about my coffee. Food and coffee. That's all I need. I don't need anybody. I just need food and coffee. Ooh, random. I don't know if you haven't seen the Steve Martin movie, The Jerk. This isn't gonna make sense to you. But like that bit right there where it was like, I don't need anybody. I just need coffee and food. Like that's one of my fucking favorite scenes from a movie. I don't need anybody. I just need my waffle iron and this. Just I don't know, whatever. You know what if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway, parents, if your kids aren't, oh, that's what I was fucking talking about. Sorry to get back to that. Stop saying the goddamn months, all right? Your kids, like, if you say, oh, 16 months, or, oh, he's 15 months. Okay, so he's about year and a half? About a year and a half? Year and a half old? All right, cool. Just fucking say that. We don't need to be like, oh, he's about 22 months, or she's about 28, or if somebody fucking said 28 months to me or some shit, I'd be like, oh, so they're 2. Like, what do you... I don't know. As a parent, that shit bugs me. Then again, my youngest is 12, or 12, oh my God. My youngest is 10, so I haven't had to deal with that in a while. I should figure out how many months there are in all my kids' ages, like how like many months old they are. And when people are like, "Oh, how old's your kid?" Like, "Oh, fucking 168 months old." Excuse me. Okay. Here's something I didn't know about. The underworld of arcades. I never knew that people did this. So people will go to an arcade, your Dave and Buster's perhaps, or your Retro Planet, or whatever your local arcade facility is. Game playing, as it were. And they'll get these prizes, like they'll win the prizes or whatever, and then they sell them and make money off that. They're kind of like the same thing as like the people who flip stuff, whether it's like items or a house that they purchase, they sell again for more money. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Yeah, I didn't know people did that. I don't really have too much to say about it because I don't know much about it. But I wanted to share that information because I knew that it existed in the world. So, next time you're in your local arcades, keep your eye on some people. There's going to be some sharks in those waters. Might try and buy your prize off you. Tell them, stick a thumb and hitch a ride. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Oh, I figured out a jealousy that I can't shake. And I hate having it, but I can't shake it. Movie merch exclusives. And I fucking see this all the time. Like in Toronto, or especially in LA and stuff like that, like around the world. These big premiere screenings and stuff. Man, it's just fucking the stuff you can, like, these cool, like, little pins or, a cool fucking mask or something. Oh, it's a jealousy I cannot shake, good folks. Like, I don't know if you'd count it as the same. Not really, because it was kind of, they were selling them at Cineplex for the Deadpool stuff. But like the head I have over there and the little figures over here. Yeah, man, those premieres that people get to go to, it's just like, fuck. It bugs me. Okay, and I'll tell you what makes the jealousy worse. Is if it's another YouTuber, there's a part of me where I'm just like, oh, well, that's cool. They at least got to see the movie. You know what I mean? Because I feel everybody should get to watch cool movies and shows and stuff. Just like whatever, like whatever they want. Because like, there are some people who like just don't even know about Game of Thrones or Walking Dead or even Z Nation or the Frankenstein Chronicles, like any of that stuff. And that makes me sad. Because they're never going to see these cool shows that we get lost in. And I know it seems like I'm being funny, but I actually am being honest right now, good folks. Good folks. But no, I am being honest. I do get a little sad when I think about that. Obviously it's the same thing when if I think about like a kid not being able to eat or something like that. I'm not saying it's, just about shows or whatever. But when, like, sometimes I'll just be enjoying a movie or a show so much. Or it's just, like, it's written so well or done so well. And it's like everybody should get to experience this at least once. I don't know. What was I talking about? Oh, movie merch and stuff like that. My bad. Got off topic. Apologies. But yeah, I just can't get past like that jealousy. But that was what it was. So the thing that makes it worse is if it's another YouTuber or something, and like they just don't really care about the movie at all, or they've never like talked about it or anything. They're not really a fan. They were just invited because they have like a big audience. They're like, yeah, it's okay. Like I have this shirt. I'm probably just gonna like donate it or something. It's like, man, fuck you. Like, fucking invite me to that shit. Don't invite that person. Bring me along. They don't even care. I will cherish what you have done. I'm just saying. Oh, and for those interested, Venom review will be in the vlog today. I saw that on the weekend. All I'm going to say for the podcast, I think a lot of you folks are too invested in like the regular Marvel format that's been happening with like Iron Man and Captain America and all that stuff, that you think every Marvel movie should somehow attach to that or be somehow exactly like that. And I don't think that's the case, because Eddie Brock and Venom, something different. You know? I think if Marvel kind of sticks with like, okay, so picture this. The Netflix shows for Marvel, how they're like kind of independently, like these heroes are on their own, you know what I mean? Do that with your villains too. Like how you did one for Venom and how you're going to do one for Morbius, the living vampire. Do that for your villains. Because I think that is a great idea. And it's going to help you stand like apart from other things. It's not just it's going to show that Marvel doesn't have to just do this one Disney format. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think all I'm going to say is I think a lot of your criticism and a lot of the hate is doesn't really have a foundation. It's unfounded. It's just I think people are being super picky with things. And also stop saying Thanos was so violent. They didn't put a river of blood in that movie because they thought that would be too mature. People turn to dust, okay? We could clean them up with a Swiffer wet jet. If somebody turned to dust, fucking spoilies, by the way. If somebody turned to dust beside you and you were holding a vacuum, you could suck them up into the vacuum and throw them in the trash. Okay? I don't know. It's not one of these things where it was like all these fucking crazy violent deaths and everything. Like, relax, folks. You know? That wasn't the most violent movie ever made. That wasn't the like craziest villain we've ever seen. Like, you got to stop holding it like every movie to like this Infinity War standard that you have in your mind, or like Civil War standard that you like, you know, you guys got to relax on all that. Goodness. Where are we? Where are we now? Where am I? I do have to take a break at one point just because my daughter will be dropped off and I'll have to go deal with that. So yeah, movie merch, arcades we talked about. You know what? Good time for a commercial break. We'll be right back.
At our refreshment center, you'll find a large variety of goodies to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, or your sweet tooth. So hurry, hurry, hurry. Visit our refreshment center now.
And we're back. Okay. Skip down. There we go. Excuse me. UFC 229. If you're not interested at all, skip to this time. It's not going to take long, though. I promise you. Derek Lewis, his last second comeback, fucking knockout of Alexander Volkov. Like, he was 3 rounds down. He was going to lose that fight. 11 seconds left. He knocks out Alexander Volkov with a right hand. Well, it drops him with the right hand and then follows up on the ground. Like, oh my goodness. Dominic Reyes, Ovince St. Preux. Again, a last-minute knockout. Literally where we had to watch a replay and see, did you get knocked out first or did the fucking horn sound for the end of the fight? Tony Ferguson comes back 6 months after an MCL tear. So bad it was detached from the bone completely. Comes back 6 months after that and puts on a fucking show for the fans with Anthony Pettis. A fucking show. It was an amazing night of fights. It was an amazing night of moments in mixed martial arts. And then it all got pissed on. Conor and Khabib. It went the way I thought it was going to. Conor took 2 years off, so you're going to have ring rust right away. Say what you want, but ring rust is real. I've experienced it when I was doing battles and I took a long break. It went the way I thought it was going to. Khabib used his wrestling a lot in the beginning. Second round, he took it was third round that he took a break, really. And I thought at least one round, Khabib was going to stand with Conor to, like, kind of show people that he would. He finishes him off in the fourth round. It was a neck crank, not a rear naked choke. So I think a lot of people making jokes. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being picky, but I just feel like it's one of those things a lot of people are kind of making jokes. There's like, oh, how many times is he going to tap to the rear naked choke? Well, that wasn't a rear naked choke. That was actually a neck crank that was on his jaw. It's a completely different feeling. It's a completely different submission. So, I'm just going to keep going with that one. I don't know. The amount of casual fans and the amount of shithead fans I've seen just because of this fucking event is crazy. The amount of people that I'm seeing, because fucking, if you don't know, Khabib wins. He then starts talking shit to Conor's corner, throwing his mouthpiece, hops over the fucking fence. Fight starts with him in Conor's corner. Khabib's corner jumps into the octagon while Conor is still recovering from a fight and tries to fucking jump him. Like, it's just a bunch of bullshit everywhere. And it fucking sucks because if you folks know me, I've always talked about the other stories of mixed martial arts, the ones that the UFC really doesn't seem to be pushing or anything. If you're not sure what I mean, go back and listen to anything I've talked about with Amanda Nunes and her journey coming up in the UFC. And it's just, man, I don't get it. Like, there's so many people that are just like, oh, Khabib's a gangster, Khabib's this, Khabib fucking hashtag gang shit. Like, first of all you fucking kids that say gang or gang shit, none of you are part of an actual gang. None of you were jumped in. If I ask who's your OG, none of you are going to know what the fuck I mean. If I ask what set are you from, you have no idea what I fucking mean. Like, knock all that shit off. Like, it's a bunch of fucking nerds, to be honest. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way, because I'm a nerd myself with a lot of things. But I just mean it's a bunch of fucking people when things go down in mixed martial arts like this. All of a sudden they're fans and they want to talk about it and they want to have the funniest tweet and all this shit. And it's like, man, suck a dick. Like, I don't know, find a dark alley and suck a dick. Like, because, like, there's people like me who honestly, like, when I was watching the fights with Nikki. When that happened, I just started shaking my head. I was never like, oh my god, this is crazy. He jumped the fence. No, that's your fucking lightweight champion. Oh, Conor said a bunch of shit leading up to the fight? Yeah, and then he had 4 rounds of mauling Conor, wrestling him, controlling him, and punching him in the face. 4 rounds, 20 minutes. Get the fuck out of here with that whole, oh, well, Conor was saying this and that and that. No. They had the fight in the octagon. They already dealt with it. So that doesn't fucking make sense. This is already going longer than I wanted it to. But this is the first time I've really vented about it. If you're gonna fucking try and preach to me how MMA is one way, but then boxing is supposed to be some sophisticated art form, no, they're both fighting. Boxing, you use your fists. Mixed martial arts, you can use a wide variety of things. At their core, it's still fighting. That's all. Don't try and differentiate the two and be like, oh, well, these guys are barbarians and all this. No, they just have more, a lot of them have more skills and a much different technique and everything than boxers do. It's different sports. But, like, fuck, man. Shit like this happens, and all of a sudden people, now you guys want to talk, like, some of you want to talk about MMA and shit. Well, where were you when I was talking about Amanda Nunes being the first openly gay UFC champion? And no one wanted to talk about that. No one gave a fuck about that conversation. Why is it when Conor throws something through a fucking bus window, that's when you guys want to talk about something? Or when Khabib fucking wins a fight and then starts shit outside of the cage, that's when everybody wants to talk to me about it. That's the shit that I don't give a fuck about. I see that and I shake my head because I'm like, well, this is fucking dumb. You have just ruined an entire night of amazing moments and fights for people. Because now this is all we get to talk about. So, yeah, I don't know. To the casual fans that think this shit is cool, just fucking don't talk to me about MMA. It's super simple. Because I'm not going to talk to you folks about MMA anymore. Like, that shit is fucking annoying to me. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know why some people are just so fucking emotional about this shit. You guys are the same ones that probably cry when your hockey team loses, so I guess I get it. A bunch of guys that I've never met in my life just lost. They lost a game that has nothing to do with me. Fuck everybody right now. You know what I mean? Like, fucking relax, folks. I have had fighters that I've grown up watching, and then I watched them get knocked out a lot. I never got mad. I was never like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. Or like, I don't know. If that's what you do with your internet, go find your fucking parents and apologize to them. Apologize to them for wasting their internet. Because that's what you're doing. But fuck all that main event shit aside. It was a great night, other than the ending. So, take that for what you will. Okay, one more thing. Stop being dramatic for the cameras. If you're at an event and if I know you and I see you on the camera and you're purposely one of those guys who, while it's panning across the crowd, you lean in to get like a reaction, I'm not going to answer you. Because I know you'll text me after and be like, oh my God, did you see me? I'm not going to reply to that. I'm not going to. It's just weird. Enjoy the fights. You know what I mean? Don't worry about the camera. And also, hey, if you're not a fighter and you're a celebrity that's there, stop doing this. Stop putting the fist up for the pose for the camera or for a picture. Stop it. They showed some like championship golfer and he like puts his fist up to the camera like this. It's like, hey man, you a golfer. Put that fist down. You know what I mean? Put it back in the holster. Where are we at on this? Oh, not bad. Oh, I zoomed in too much. That's cool. So yeah, that was UFC 229. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh. Let animals be animals, people. Okay? I think it's weird as shit when people... I don't know, man. Like, it's so weird to have people be like, well, don't do this with your dog or don't do this with your dog. Remember, it's still an animal, but then you're fucking training your dog or your cat or whatever. Let's go with the dogs. You're training your dog to sit still and balance fucking cookies and shit on its nose. Hey, man, it's an animal. Not a fucking circus show. You know what I mean? So I don't know. For sure, just let animals be animals. You know what I mean? Take care of them. Make sure they have food and stuff. Like, obviously train them with certain things, but like fucking let them be animals. We don't need to see dogs doing backflips. Or if you fucking taught your dog to give you like a hug and a kiss and then they get a treat, they're doing it because they get a treat. They're doing it because they get a nice little snack after they do that. Just saying. But yeah, it's like, fuck, man. Like, let animals be animals. And also, if you're one of those people who like fucking trains your dog to do all these unnecessary fucking tricks, don't preach to other people to let their animals be animals or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I don't get it. Humans, we're such a weird bunch, aren't we? Such a weird bunch. Creed 2, that's coming out. Good folks. I understand. Michael B. Jordan is an attractive young man. I get it. But for the love of fuck, please watch Rocky 4 before you go watch this movie. The amount of people I'm seeing where it's like, oh my god, I can't wait for this movie. I don't know who that Russian guy is or why Rocky's mad at him, but Michael B. Jordan's looking good. No, come on, please go watch Rocky 4. There is such an emotional story leading up to Creed 2. Honestly, there's such like a crazy personal, emotional background. If they do this movie correctly, this could actually be a really, really, really cool, like, I don't want to say follow-up, but you know what I mean? Like, next chapter in this Ivan Drago Creed family kind of stuff. Like, oh my god, there is blood on the hands of Ivan Drago as far as young Creed in his eyes is concerned. Those red boxing gloves, that's blood. He wants revenge for his papa. I'm not going to go into detail what happens, but he's like, oh my god. Rocky 4. Go watch that and then watch Creed 2. I promise. It'll honestly, if anything, watching Rocky 4 and then watching Creed 2 will make the movie a lot better for you folks. Just saying. Oh, okay. We got a couple notes. We're actually going longer than I thought I was going to, so that's fun. I understand that sentence can be interpreted in a different way. So you interpret it however you want. We go longer than we thought we were going to sometimes. Anyway. Too many Sammy Scammerinos in the voice acting world, or just maybe the acting world in general. I had an audition for an animated short film that somebody was doing. It was super weird because to audition they wanted me to pay $50. So right away that was like, all right, hold on, hold the phone, hold the Doritos. $50 to audition, that seemed weird to me. And then after that, like they were saying, I would have to pay for the studio time, but I basically give them the money and they like handle everything. Like, it was fucking weird. It's just weird. I don't know. It seems like more so in this whole acting thing, because I've been trying to break into it more this year. It just it's weird because it seems like there's a lot of people who say they do it for the passion and they say they do it because they love it, but then you start talking to them and you immediately realize that that's bullshit. They're just saying that because that's what they think needs to be said. That's what they think people want to hear. But I'm not one of those people who just go, oh, cool, man, that's awesome. Well, yeah, let's do this. No, I'm going to fucking ask questions. We're going to have a conversation here. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to fucking jump in and all of a sudden, I think you're a great person because you say this is your passion. So what? Tons of people say things are their passion, and then a fucking week later, they don't even touch it anymore. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Too many Sammy Scammerinos. I'm not giving up, though. Don't take this as that. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep, trying to break into voice acting or regular acting. We'll see what happens. But, yeah. Just wanted to say that. Oh, also, I guess I should say this. If anybody comes across this video or podcast, I should say podcast because the video is on Patreon, patreon.com/churchofjuvie. If you want me in your voice acting stuff, I probably could have said this better. If you want me in like any animated stuff, or you want like you need help like fucking anything, I'm there. I love editing stuff. I love filming stuff. I love acting, all of that. So, yeah. Hit me up if you're in the Barrie area. Okay, before I say this one, do not try this at home, kids. Like, just seriously, don't do it. I saw a video of somebody microwaving a chip bag. Like one of those big party-sized chip bags. That shit, if you take it out at the right moment, that literally looks like a perfect chip bag that got hit with a shrink ray. It's fucking cool. But that's all I wanted to say. Also, again, don't try this at home if you're a younger listener. It's come to my attention, apparently. I have a couple of younger viewers and listeners on this channel. So, I don't know. See, and that's where it puts me in a weird position. Because now I know that, like, there are some younger people who are watching this, like, channel. And it's like, do I not swear as much? Do I, try and dial certain things back? But then it's like, well, no. This is who I am. It's not like I'm fucking saying anything super offensive. I'm not using racial slurs or anything like that. Yeah, I say fuck a lot. What can you do? I might drop an occasional cunt here and there, but some people are just walking around. They're cunting the world up. You know that. We all know that. We've seen them. You know what I mean? But again, these are just noises from our mouth, good folks. Think your parents don't swear? You think your teacher doesn't swear? Boy, you got a surprise on your hands. My God, that coffee's delicious. Man, I am so sorry for these sniffles. Like, I can hear them in my headphones, so I apologize. Okay, we're going to close it on these two. One, I got coffee in my mustache, so hold on. What can you do, right? Okay, so one. When was it? Friday? Yeah, Friday night, I got some Skip the Dishes. Ordered me in some Kelsey's. My goodness, I got this double bacon cheeseburger with a poutine on the side. Betty. It was delicious. Whoa, Black Betty. Whoa, Black Betty. That's a ham burger with cheese and bacon. So, but anyway, so this, the driver, I think his name was like Mondi or something like that. But either way, he was Russian. It was so fucking cool, and it made me smile. So he comes into the complex, and I'm walking out to like his car to meet him for the food and everything. He's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm doing good. How are you tonight?" And you know when you're just so excited about something, somebody asks how you're doing, but that thing that you're so excited for is what you used for an answer. So I was like, "How you doing, man?" He's like, "Oh, I had my first chocolate cake tonight. Like Loblaws, $18.99. You get one too." Like he was just telling me all about it and how the chocolate cake was so good, and it was his first chocolate cake that he's ever had, and it was so fucking sweet. Like it was so just adorable. It made me smile so much, and I don't know. I want to share that with you folks, because if somebody is that happy or that like, excited about something, then like let that happiness bleed over to you a little bit. I didn't think he was like being funny. I didn't make fun of him or anything. It legitimately like brightened up my day. Just to be like, "Hey man, how are you doing tonight?" Because like he asked how I was doing. I was like, "I'm doing good, man. How are you?" "Oh, I had my first chocolate cake tonight at Loblaws, $18.99. Like, oh, it was fucking great. I loved it. I really do. I hope that guy goes on to have an awesome life and gets to have as much chocolate cake as he wants, because that was awesome. My God, if I was rich, I would fucking send him chocolate cake. Okay. Last thing, and then we're out of here. Urban Legends games. Like, you know, go in the mirror, say Bloody Mary 4 times, and then she's going to appear. Like, whatever. Shit like that. Well, I don't know. When I was a kid, I don't know if anyone else is like this. Comment below if you were. Or comment below for anything that you want to share your thoughts on for the podcast. Because I think what I want to do is take certain comments from like videos and stuff, and then actually like respond to them, or like talk to you guys, like whatever, through the videos and stuff. So we'll see what happens. Either way, comment below anything you want to, like, from this podcast. But for this one, when I was a kid with the whole urban legends thing, I don't care if somebody was like, oh, like, you know, a girl with no eyes is gonna appear in your room and rip your face off. I was like, well, fucking bring it on. I want to see this shit. Like, if you told me about an urban legend or like a little game to play, I was never scared. I was never like, oh, I don't want this to happen. I wanted that scary thing to happen. Like, fucking bring the Candymans, bring the Bloody Marys, bring it all. We're gonna have ourselves a party. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder if you folks are the same. Like, some of you folks out there are the same. Did you want that urban legend, like, scary thing to happen? Or are you like, I'll try this, but I fucking hope this doesn't happen to me? Yeah. Okay. Mucho love you, hooligans. Thank you so much for tuning in. It means the fucking world to me. I love being able to, you know, put these podcasts and the videos and stuff out for you folks. Honestly, I love the whole process of it. Even right now, recording this and like everything, I love it. So thank you for tuning in. It means the world. Also, go have yourself a chocolate cake today. Why, you ask? Because you can. Go have some chocolate cake today. So yeah. Mucho love. If you want to support the channel any further, I got 2 different merch stores in the description and the Patreon. $5 patrons get early access to stuff and the exclusive video portion of the podcast. Some people prefer that. So if you want that, it's on the Patreon. Shazam. Nope, didn't work. Okay. Mwah, mwah, mwah for you beautiful fat Jays. Your host, JuvyThaKid. This has been the Hooligan Squadcast. I'm out.
I better use my strong hand.
I love it.